Y'all didn't have, like it was less of a paper trail. With the way electronics is today, do you think that a person should really be getting himself on the forefront like this unless he wouldn't stand on it? It's a really good chance he's going to get in trouble.
And that's the whole thing with this technical world today, that those things of convenience will cost you dearly. You can't straddle the fence. I told you before, my attorney said, never say nothing on the phone you can't say in court.
Yeah, we on Boss Talk 101. Yeah, we gonna talk.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go back to some Lil Durk, man. Again, I got to go back on that because I didn't really dive into it. But I think, you know, when this trial starts or when this case starts, I think we're gonna see a lot of the same things happening for us sitting in trial. They're not going to let him out because they say allegedly he was trying to go out of the country.
Right.
You know, so he's a flight risk according to them. If you were, in this hypothetical, OG, if you were Chris's dad, Lil Durk. If you were Lil Durk's dad, what would you say to him now that he got himself in this situation?
Can I get the number to your bank account?
See, you ain't gonna be real with me. What would you say to him? That's it?
That's all I need to say.
Can you get the number to his bank account?
That's all I need.
No, you gotta help him out. Tell him something.
Help him what?
Ain't no help for the man.
I didn't help him before this.
No, his dad probably was giving him some. He just didn't do it. He probably didn't do what he said.
Okay, so
now you listen.
What did my grandmother used to say? I don't feed frogs to snakes.
Wow. You know, Lil Durk done got himself in trouble behind these damn credit cards, behind this damn flight, allegedly.
Wait, hold on. Do Lil Durk owe you some money or something? Why are you so concerned about Lil Durk? I want to ask about him because this is the main thing that's popping off to where I need to understand this, man.
Back in the days, OG, y'all didn't have credit cards. Not like that.
Not like that.
Y'all didn't have, like it was less of a paper trail. With the way electronics is today, do you think that a person should really be getting himself on the forefront like this unless he wouldn't stand on it? It's a really good chance he's going to get in trouble.
And that's the whole thing with this technical world today, that those things of convenience will cost you dearly. You can't straddle the fence. I told you before, my attorney said, never say nothing on the phone you can't say in court. And if it's something of importance, if I can't talk to you face to face, I should never say it on the phone. But for convenience, oh man, come on, you got that, and that's gonna get us all in the penitentiary. Phone conversation in the feds is 5 years minimum.
How hard is it to decode, how when you get on the phone and you hear people say, yeah, man, I need 2.5 and a baby.
Yeah.
I need 2.5 and a baby. Meet me over there. Where we be at the Stack and Sack, but you saying something totally. Yeah. How hard is that to decode? You know what I mean? Because this is the stuff that back in the days you could do that and they really couldn't decode it. Really, we didn't think so.
Yeah, you didn't think so, but that's why they got the rats and the people.
Oh, the rats decode.
They feed them some cheese and they tell you everything they said. You know what I'm saying? So it's nothing under the sun now that America don't know about us. We've given it out. We've given it out freely. You ain't even charge them for it. Man, just as we on these podcasts, we tell on each other. We tell on ourselves. No. They got, in California, I know they got it in Texas, the police got a whole squad called the Internet Squad. And every day for 24 hours, they got 3 shifts, 8-hour shifts that decode everything gang members say. That's why these cell phones. And they roll it, and when that operative word come on, yeah, man, we over here blood, bing, and now they trade your call, his call, and that's how they get their trail.
So they don't have to work that hard because these podcasts making it a little bit easier.
Oh, baby, a lot easier.
Because the podcast pretty
Facebook, TikTok, you see these youngsters doing jacks and murders and being on Facebook.
Yeah.
One of my little homies in North Carolina, he was on Facebook with what they call it, a switch,
Yeah.
and some heroin and a gang of money, and the DA rolls in on him and arrests him, and he said, "Hey, somebody told, nigga, you told on yourself. I just saw you yesterday with that same thing that they just busted you with."
Man.
Well, man, I don't see how they knew. How in the hell you mean you didn't see how they knew?
They definitely knew.
Well, what
right.
you think I did? Take the deal. Right now, go to the mercy of the court.
And take the damn
Take
deal.
that 8 years in the feds and go on and get the hell on out of there, because, man, I think somebody snitched. You snitched on yourself.
Wow. Man, and we're seeing that it's another guy that the op of a Young Thug, YFN Lucci, allegedly is going to be getting out. You're seeing it everywhere on the internet now. January 2025. He stood strong. You never heard him speak openly about anything that went on with him and his op, which was allegedly Young Thug. That's what this whole thing was about, for they going back and forth.
Who was this?
Yeah, YFN Lucci. He been locked up behind what they would, this was the thing they was going back and forth about. They was ops. They was not friends.
So he was YSL and they was YSL?
No, he wasn't YSL.
He from F Gang?
Yeah, he's been locked up. And you hearing it everywhere. I can look it up now. He coming home January 25th. You never heard him speak though on nothing. Just like you never heard nothing from him. These guys, both of them, stood on what they was doing and never spoke on it. I can't say that when you look at it. You know what I mean? Openly, you'll never see nothing but, hey man, I know what happened. I try to help the kids, and that's kind of what Thug was saying. And he opened up his heart to the court. Young Thug did. Man, that was a powerful movement.
Open up his heart. He just said too much. He sounded like he was not.
That was a powerful movement.
He was not Kunta Kinte. He was Toby.
What you mean?
I'm sorry.
What you think, OG?
I want to apologize and I want to say sorry.
Yeah.
Shut your mouth.
What?
You're gonna get the same sentence. You already pleaded that. You ain't got to make all these. I'm gonna give back to the police and to turn in all the guns. That's some. Okay, that's some Sambo thinking right there. Young man, his attorney should have prepped him better than that.
Wow, the time he was gone, man, as people who he was friends with before he left, Rich Homie Quan, Lil Keed, his sister, basically people that he lost, while he was locked up for these last 2 years is what I'm reading. And, it's tough when you come back home and people done passed on. You didn't get to even have closure with them before they left. You know what I mean? And I know you familiar with that, being locked up and losing loved one, man. How tough is even Shawty Lowe's son, and he was on here, he lost his mother and his father and his grandmother by the time he did 4 years. Like, how tough is that coming back out and having to reevaluate things, seeing the kids left or whoever's left, and you're like, dang, man.
It's something. Right? My sister was killed while I was locked up. My grandmother, one of my sons died of spinal meningitis.
Wow.
And that's why I made it a point. My sister-in-law got killed. But you can't change a thing in that cage. And that's why I made a definite point to see people around losing it when people passed on. And I made a conscious effort to get out of prison because I didn't want to be in prison when my mother passed. And by the blessings of Allah that I was with her when she passed, that's the consequences of some of the things that you have to go through when you deal with that type of life. You dig what I'm saying? So, and you can't change a thing, you in there and you have to deal with it, and you deal with the consequences, and it weighs on you in one way because life has a way of going around, and for the things that you do, it's what they call karma. If people believe in karma, and I believe you take a life, you have to give one. The old African fable was, if you kill somebody in their family, you had to take care of that family. And one tribalism is that if you killed a man unjustly, they wrapped him on your back, and you had to carry him for 30 days. Just think of carrying a corpse for 30 days.
And where was that?
In Africa.
Okay.
That's why they ain't doing nothing now. Africans don't want to carry nothing in their back, you know. So it's a weight that, you know, and I understand, like, man, I want to get out of this because I'm seeing this, and there's nothing you can do in that cage. Wow. You know, you're helpless. You don't. I hear dudes talking about, well, you're in a controlled situation where somebody tells you when to wake up, when to eat, when to go to sleep, when to change clothes, when to shower. And some people need that. It's a good, person asked me the other day about, man, we don't need no police. You're a damn lie. We need police. We would be in total chaos without the police.
Yeah, we on Boss Talk 101. Yeah, we gonna talk.